Hello, and welcome to our Sunday meditation at the Sanctuary of Light of Griscom and the Light Institute. For those of you who have never joined us for this meditation, let me take a moment to describe to you how we do it here. We divide the meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, we ask our divine higher self. That's your own inner voice, the intuitive essence of your soul. We ask the higher self to take form so that you can begin to align to those vibrations that it's showing you at any moment. Of course, it'll change form every time you ask it. And then we ask our higher self to touch our bodies, and we allow the higher self to enter our bodies. And then I will make a little Om sound, and at that point you could push your button on pause so that you can meditate for as long as you like. And then push it again. And in the second part of the meditation, we practice the art of radiance, which is very important at this time because light uplifts us. It expands our consciousness. It releases us from squeezing, from all of that smallness. And the way we do that is we imagine that we're drawing white light from the cosmos down through the top of our heads, and we radiate that out through our stomach, our solar plexus. This is the seat, the center of the emotional body. So as we're lasering the white light out, we're actually clearing our own field, our own energy, and we extend that light out across the planet so that we're bringing light, we're dissolving the shadows, we're uplifting the planet, and then back into the cosmos. And you can just continue to imagine that that flow is going out from you, again through however long you want to do that. And I will make a Om sound again, pushing that button for a pause. In the third part of the meditation, we focus on a situation or a place on the planet that we want to extend our energy. This allows us to really experience our purpose, that we're present in the world, that our consciousness and our reality is embracing this world in which we live, and that we are part of the solution by offering our energies, higher energies, to that. Each week, we pick a different situation that's going on in a global arena. So this week, that extension is going to be about going forward. Because right now, so many of us feel entrapped, feel that we can't imagine how we can get back. We will not go back. We will go forward, upward and forward. And so we want to extend that kind of message, that energy out to the world so that we inspire ourselves and everyone else to begin to meditate and imagine and envision what is the next thing, what possible possibility could come to you, new ideas, new creativities, a sense of the world is changing and we are part of that change, that we are here on the planet, and this is true, because we have accrued so much wisdom and energy and our experiences of our souls that we have come here for exactly what is going on right now, to heal ourselves, to connect with our bodies in new ways, to perceive the world and protect this beautiful planet that we live on. All of this is going to ask for us to create new technologies, new capacity of conscious focus to create that. So it is, I know, a difficult time, but it's a very powerful time. It is bringing us to that point of our purpose. And so we will extend color out into the world so that all humanity can feel the energy of light supporting that. Go forward, go upward, go onward. And that will take us to the next octave of our world, of our lives. Let's begin. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth, making this sound. That exhalation brings our nervous system into a meditative state. And breathe in. And once again, slowly exhale. And ask your higher self to take form for you, your own inner voice, the intuitive essence of your soul. It could come as a light, as a being, as a tree, as an animal, as an equation. Doesn't matter what form it takes. Just see what form is coming to you now. And now ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your own divine essence. Imagine that your higher self is touching a place in your body. Begin to breathe into that place. So there's an activation, an amplification of that divine essence in you. And now draw yourself, your higher self, into your body. Notice where it comes in. Focus there. Feel the power of your higher self entering there, having activated that divine essence in you. And now you can sit in meditation with your higher self and just feel that energy filling all of your cells and aligning you to these higher frequencies. Om. And take a deep breath into your body and extend your consciousness up into the cosmos and magnetize a beautiful beam of white light, funnel of white light that comes down, pierces through the top of your head, through your brain, comes down through your heart and into your stomach, your solar plexus. And from there, feel as if you're beaming out this beautiful white laser beam away from you and then across the planet and back up into the cosmos. And then allow it, pull it down again and just create that streaming down and through and up and down and through and up. So that that continues. You will feel how it clears your auric field, calms you, and expands your presence. That's the purpose of it. So you can continue doing that now. Om. And breathe deeply into your body. And first ask your own body what frequency of light, what color it needs to give you the impetus to go forward in your life now, to go on into a new arena of reality where you are purposefully participating. See what color comes to you. Whatever color comes, suck it into your body so that you're impregnating that frequency. Each color is very specific in its effect on the body and on the consciousness. So pull that color into your body and feel how it's caressing you and healing you and expanding you and giving you the power to go forward now. And now bring all of humanity into your mind's eye and ask humanity what frequency of light it needs from you to feel again that gentle nudge, that pushing forward, to go on into a new world, a world that belongs to you, a world that you will participate in creating for the health and the safety and the joy and the peace of all humans. See the color that humans ask of you, so that we can all go on. Whatever color comes to you, reach up into the cosmos and magnetize that frequency, that exact tone of that color down through the top of your head and extend it out through your solar plexus and laser it out to all humanity, and just allow that to continue to come down and through you and out into humanity till you can feel that receiving of the light. Maybe you have a sense of humanity literally getting up or expanding, or billions of smiles. Just see how it is as you're extending that, and then allow that color to continue to flow through you through the rest of this meditation. Breathe deeply into your body, exhaling slowly, and open your eyes. Thank you for meditating together and to feeling as if we will indeed, all of us, go forward now into a new life, into a new world, together, because we have come together, and this is our purpose and our mandate. The second part of our Sunday meditation is called Knowings, and it's a time when we receive questions from around the world, and each week I speak to those themes that have been brought forward. And so let's listen and see what themes have come today. Alison will read them to us. Alison?
The first question comes from the island of St. Bart's.
St. Bart's, oh, lovely, lovely seas. The seas are such healing energies, our mother, the sea. Yes, St. Bart's, speak to us.
Dear Chris, thank you for letting us do your incarnational sessions by internet. I'm looking forward to trying these, but I have a question about how these work without the facilitator being there to touch the points. I know you will prepare me in a consultation, but I just don't get how the points will work. Would love to hear from you in advance about this. From the beauty and distance of St. Bart's, I thank you for making this work available to me.
Oh, wonderful. And I hope that you will give yourself this opportunity to experience it as soon as possible. It is fantastic, and we have been working on it amongst ourselves, the facilitators. So let me answer that. First of all, my higher self has given me a new patterning of points that are high octave points that open the consciousness, that open the body to allow that connection to higher energy. They are very uplifting, so that even if you're clearing something that needs to be dissolved away as you evolve right now, you will feel that uplifting and supportive quality that comes from these wonderful points that have been given specifically for this work through Zoom, through technology. And the second aspect of that is that it is an onward step, because you really have the most powerful healing hands for your own consciousness, for your own body. And so this is an opportunity for you to begin to experience that rather than the projection. We always want the higher self to be there, that the facilitator works through your higher self. And we always want the facilitator, I always do this work with a facilitator who is holding the light. And one of the things that I've recognized, and has been very fascinating to me as I've been working with my facilitators, is that I have a sense that they have bilocated. I feel as if they're right there in the room, but I feel their energy in a very high frequency. And sometimes it's been so strong that I've actually felt as if they were closing a door, or they were doing something as they were holding the light, that they were sitting on the edge of my bed. It felt truly as if they were there. And so that gives the embodiment, the consciousness, that encompassing protection to expand our consciousness, to know that we're safe to go into other dimensions, or to open the sleeve of those dimensions that are intertwining with our third dimension reality. And so it's a beautiful new way to do this incarnational work. But I want you to know that I will teach you first. That's why we have a consultation with me. I will teach you how to touch those points, how to bring the light into them, how to use them to align, so that you can expand your consciousness and feel really receptive to what comes through you. Because of course the work of the Light Institute is always through you. We simply hold the light and use our consciousness, our knowings, to facilitate that. So it's really wonderful. I've had the honor of having it done on me a number of times now, and I'm loving it. And everyone who is doing it is loving it as well. So hopefully I'll have a consultation with you, and you will touch your body in ways you didn't know of before. These actual points in the body that do expand the consciousness, that do influence who we are and who we can become. So thank you for asking that question, and I hope that you will have the opportunity to experience it very soon. Great love, St. Bart's. Allison, what's the second question?
The second question is from New Hampshire in the U.S.A. Hi, Chris. I'm pondering what you think we can do as a nation to balance the blunders of our leadership that have created indignations around the world. I have many friends and colleagues around the world, as well as throughout the U.S., who are scratching their heads about how our nation is behaving. And truly, I don't blame the rest of the world for being mad at the U.S. I don't see any way to right this, especially with the presidential campaign turning into such a nasty embarrassment. Oh, please help us find a way back to being balanced in our national and global representation. I, and so many of us across the U.S., are deeply weary of our national bully reputation.
Indeed, we do have that. On one level, anyone who sits at the top of the pile, that king of the mountain kind of syndrome, is going to receive criticism and negativity, because it's not the time of the leader. It's not the time of the most powerful country. It's the time in the evolution of consciousness here for us to come together, and that's why these things have been happening. And indeed, we as a country are not looking good. And as I look back at history, I see that Spain and England and Italy and Germany and all of these countries, Portugal, all of these places who were once the center of the world, fell. And they fell for these very same reasons, that they thought they had the right to tell the rest of the world how to live without recognizing the individuation of cultures and societies. And that will not fly in today's world. And we are learning that. And so I have a sense that we are in a funnel of initiation, and we will pass through this. But every country, every nation is made up of the people. And that is the answer that my higher self would give to you today. That we the people, it says in our Constitution, we must stand up peacefully and move what is out of balance. If you are considering, as I belong to or communicate with countries and nations all around the world who are saying, what is happening there? We were trusting you economically. We were trusting you for protection, etc., etc. And what I have to say is that go ahead and say, but we the people are moving through an initiation that will allow us to change who we are, not necessarily first for the outside world, but for our own realities, for our own nation, for our own country and cultures. We are representative of all races and all cultures and all religions and all thoughts. And that is the point of our kind of democracy. It's the freedom to be the self. And so what I would say is, extend out. Isn't it wonderful that we have Zoom, we have the internet, we have WhatsApp and FaceTime, and you can talk to anyone in the world and you can say, please know, this is not who we are. We are not this. And we are learning to say for ourselves, we will choose. And if we have to change our leadership, but again, this is true around the world, that we've placed too much power within the hands of too few. We have in the United States, senates and Congress that are supposed to help us with our voices. They're not doing a very good job of it because there's a lot of selling out. This isn't just happening here. It's happening around the world. And I'm inspired to watch that around the world, people are calling on their leaders who have been corrupt. They're calling on big companies and corporations who are not holding the best for the population. We are around the world, all of us, going through this. And so speak out around the world and say, this is not who we are. We're working on this. Speak to each other. Speak out so that we will elect in our country. And this is a time when we can be really tough on whomever is wanting to have our votes, to say, you must represent us. If you sell out to big corporations who are not thinking about the best for the environment or the best for the health of the people, or those things that need radical change, then we will not vote you in. So it's a lovely time for us to come together and to present a new vision of what it is to be the United States of America. And so I want to say to our own people of the United States and to around the world, we are all doing this, and we will move through it, we will go forward, and but meanwhile, do not judge that our level of elegance, of truth, of heart energy is the same as what is happening now. One thing that I can say, and let's do a little exercise in consciousness right now, is to send light. To send light to, for example, here in the United States and other countries where there are elections, to all the people who are wanting to come forward and represent us, to send light that they realize that we do not honor that they attack each other verbally or in any other way. This is not representative of who we need to be. I do not want the children to see this horrible attacking, verbal attacking through the media, to ever think that that is the way to be powerful or successful. It's for you and me to change that now. Let's do this quick exercise in consciousness. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. Exhale slowly. And now, bring all the bullying energy within the United States into your mind's eye. You might see one or two specific figures. You might see just the mass of negative energy that comes into our and through our social media, through our news reports, whatever it's doing. Just bring that into your mind's eye so that you can see that. And then ask what frequency of light will alter this habit, this pattern of attack, this negativity, so that through clarity and consciousness and inclusion, we can find the high road now, the path that brings us to a sense of truth that belongs to us all. See what color seems to come to you from all of these leaders and all of these beings who actually need our help to guide them how they behave and how they represent us. Just take the first color that comes to you. And again, reach up into the cosmos and draw that frequency of light, that color, down to the top of your head. Gather it in your solar plexus and laser it out to all of this election that's coming in the United States, to all the leaders around the world who have been part of this negativity, of this attack concept, to help to neutralize that. Imagine that the color they've asked for will help them to release that concept that whoever shouts the loudest or is the most hurtful will win. This cannot be. So send that color out again to all the people in the United States. And those of you who are not coming from the United States, please help us, join us in this, and send your color as well to the elections of the United States, to the image of the United States, to the true personality or vibration of we North Americans, we of the United States of America. Send light to all these beings, the color that you're perceiving. And then imagine in your mind's eye that through that color, as they receive that frequency, that we're seeing now an uplifting of consciousness, a subsiding of attacks, and more of a communication directed towards us in a loving, enlightened, intelligent way that brings us to the next octave of experience. Breathe deeply and open your eyes. I recommend anytime you hear or think about that kind of negativity that's coming from our elections or anywhere, that you do that. You can do that instantly in your mind's eye. And what is very interesting is when you start sending the frequency of light, and you never do it from you always do that when you're sending it to someone else from the cosmos, you will feel peaceful. And you will have that sense that this too will end, this too will change. And hold in your consciousness a better choice, that people can smile, that people can allow, that people can respect. It all begins with us, not from the outside, but from the inside. Let us do our part to say we will not honor that kind of stuff in our election process. Great love to you. And the last one, Allison.
It's from Peru.
From Peru.
Chris, you carry the light, and I carry your gentle wisdom in my heart each day.
Mm.
You once spoke the words in your global echelon on March 16, 2019, that are helping me through this unbelievably difficult transition on planet Earth. And I would be deeply grateful if you would speak further about this topic that is literally saving my life. What you said was, we don't have to have the answer at the moment, we just have to have the light. Muchas gracias, luz y amor.
Mucho amor a ti también, oyes. My statement there, we do not have to have the answers, it's because the answers are coming to us. And so there is this synergy that combines our intelligence and our hearts and the creativity that we have to search for an answer, to be available. Because many times answers are all around us, and there are many kinds of answers, but we don't perceive them because we are so squeezed into what we think should happen or how it should be that we don't allow a new possibility there. So we don't have to have the answer. And it doesn't fall on our shoulders necessarily in that way. It simply is that we want to focus on any kind of situation that needs an answer or a solution and give our energy to that. Because again, the solutions and the answers may come collectively to us rather than from an individual feeling like you have to have the answer. We do not. But what brings the answer is the expansion of light. When we hold the light, then that is when possibilities can come to the fore. And those possibilities are possibilities that will line with probabilities, so that it creates that opening for something to come from the unmanifest, which is the potential, passing through into the manifest, where it becomes the solution to a question, to a problem, to what is taking place. So if we had to put it in a linear way, and of course it's holographic, we would say, focus on the light. And when you're focusing on the light, you're not saying it has to be this way. You're saying it will come. It will come. So again, a way for you to work with that, not having the answer but having the light, is that I will shine the light on this situation and allow whatever is for the highest good to come forward in that. And I will recognize it, and you will recognize it, we will recognize it together. And so we will create this evolution, this moving forward with all of our consciousness, our creativity, and our physical reality. So when something is in the darkness, of course, we can't find that. We cannot find that solution because we cannot see. But when we are part of the light, when we just say, I'll shine the light on this and see what happens, then the light is touching all of the consciousness. And some of that consciousness, by the way, is coming from the cosmos. Is coming from higher energies, higher intelligence that are whispering to us, to each and all of us, because we belong to the cosmos. And so we have avenues, we have potential for finding solutions together. So all we have to do is to say, I know that by shining the light, it will bring forward the possibilities that will come from the darkness, from the unmanifest. So just simply, when you think of a problem and that you don't have the answer to, it might be something that's very personal to you. Just imagine, for example, you could ask your higher self, show me, bring the light to me, or what color do I need to find an answer here? You could do it that way, in an individual way. Or you could simply say, higher self, bring the light to this universal question, this universal energy that needs answers. Because there are many solutions and many answers. And you and I are participating. So again, we don't have to personally have an answer. Even if it's something that belongs to you in your private life, it may be that someone else will come in, and because you have shined the light, and they will bring forth as their gift, let's do it this way, or here's an answer. Life is so magical. Everything comes in directions that we would not have thought. All we have to do is to shine the light and allow an expansion for it to come into the fore. Great love to you, and be the light that you truly are.